You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. I'm gonna say it one more time because, you know, I like to be professional on these. I don't like to go out of my character too much. But this time, I'm gonna have to. This show was fucking garbage. Excuse my French. It was garbage. It was trash. This might be the worst WWE show I've seen in my entire life. And that is saying a lot. What the hell was that? Bloody hell. What the hell was that? You had one good match and a good segment, and the rest of the show was a shitstorm. And you have the nerve to promote that like it was a good thing. My God. We're going to just go over it right now. Ruby Riott versus Bayley. That was a thing. Ruby Riott won. All right. That's the opener. Let's get to the good parts of WWE Backlash 2018. Because this is awful. This is awful. Miz versus Seth Rollins. Hands down, the best match on the entire show. I would have been more pissed if I waited to watch this Monday like I planned, but I'm glad I just got it out the way. Because I'm not watching Raw tomorrow. I'm going to be strictly New Japan. I'm watching everything that I missed. Everything I missed on Ring of Honor. Everything I missed on New Japan. Me and Shino are ranting right now. Shino's doing his review. I'm doing mine. This was absolute garbage. Miz and Seth Rollins, best match of the night, hands down. Hands down. That's how you do storytelling. That's how you do wrestling. That is how you do a show. And I thought we were off to a good start. I really did. I really did. And then we came to Bliss and Nia Jax. How? How do we go from Seth Rollins almost losing his IC championship because of his bad knee on 2 occasions, getting hit with 2 skull crushers, kicking out of both of them, doing a curb stomp that may have injured his knee. We know it did injure his knee, but to go from all of that to the rest of this show is some bullshit. It is what it is. We just gotta call it like we see it. It's a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. That was some bullshit. Bliss versus Nia was sloppy. It was not a good match. Nia Jax won. Nia's promo at the end was basically an ad for the Be a Star program. That's it. We get it, Nia. We get it. I'm a big person too. You don't see me going around talking to every boy and girl and older person and just like, hey, listen, you shouldn't bully. Where's my little fake microphone? Where's my fake mic? You shouldn't bully people because no matter who you are, you're extraordinary. You don't let anyone tell you that. People got to get to that point on their own, first of all. Let's just be honest. You can tell someone they're extraordinary. They're not going to get there unless they believe it. If you don't believe you're extraordinary, you're not going to get to that point. And Nia's thing was just, don't bully because she's the bully and I'm Nia. This match sucked. This match sucked. Orton versus Hardy was okay. It was okay. Wasn't the best match, but it was okay. Jeff Hardy retained. I expected that. I didn't expect him to put on a complete stinker, but it was a good match. The segment with Elias was golden. Absolute gold. He went from just performing to being interrupted by the New Day. And then he's interrupted by Rusev Day. And then he's interrupted by No Way Jose and Titus O'Neil with the freaking conga line. And then he's interrupted one last time by Bobby Roode, who hits a glorious DDT. And then twerks. He teleported and did a glorious DDT to freaking Elias. And then he started twerking. And everyone danced and everyone had a good time. Rusev was disgusted, as I was, because I frowned and laughed at this entire segment. But that segment was better than the last 2 matches that we saw. And it only gets worse from here, folks. It does, because it's just bad. You have Daniel Bryan versus Big Ass, aka the Test Wannabe. Big Ass versus Daniel Bryan. Think that's a sentence I never thought I would say. Because that's not a match I'd want to see. Just because Big Cass is 6'9" doesn't mean I want to see him face someone who's 5'10" or whatever. That is not storytelling. Big versus small is not storytelling. Give me an actual story. An actual story. And you failed to give me that. Daniel Bryan wins after the yes lock, and freaking Big Cass attacks him and hits the big boot after the match. Which derails this thing that was supposed to happen on the post show between Daniel Bryan and The Miz. But I guess we're holding off on that because we got to keep dealing with Big Cass, who is nothing, by the way. Big Cass is a template, a freaking big man template in any video game. Find it. If you see Giant, that's Big Cass. No personality, nothing good on him. Like, no personality, not good on the mic, not, no star power. He's just there. He's big. That's it. I know you can give people time. Hold on, water break. I've been doing this nonstop for 5 minutes. Actually, more. Big Cass is just that. A big guy. Limited moveset. He's got a decent big boot. He's not a good talker on the microphone. He is just big. You can find him in any video game if you create a character. I guarantee it, you can find him. He's in 2K18. He was in 2K14. He's in 2K13. He's in No Mercy. He's in every generic wrestling video game. He's even in Backyard Wrestling. Both of them. He's in that game. Just type in big guy and guy moves. And that's Big Cass in a nutshell. Disgusting. This is a feud we don't need. Ridiculous. Big Cass. I'm supposed to believe Big Cass is a threat. You fucking kidding me? You kidding me, right? Charlotte versus Carmella. Now, the match itself. Carmella's playing the chicken shit heel. Charlotte's trying to win. Now, Charlotte had hurt her knee on a moonsault, and Carmella took advantage, kicked her in the knee, and won clean. I was all right with it. Carmella B won. She dressed like Cardi B tonight. So Carmella B won. That wasn't the worst thing, but it could have been better. Nakamura versus AJ Styles followed this match. Absolute bullcrap. Absolute bullshit. Are you kidding me? Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship is not closing this show. Are you kidding me? Just how prestigious is the WWE Championship? I want to know. Because if it can't even close the show, why is it even there? I want to know. Seriously. What's the point of having it there? There's no point at all. It's bullshit. It's supposed to be a very prestigious title. It's got your company's name in it. And yet, that championship can't close the show. The match was good. The storytelling was good. The ending of this match, absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. It is a no DQ match. And it ended with a double kick to the dick. Both guys kicked each other in the junk. And they toppled over and couldn't get up for a 10 count. Now, they're still moving. And I would start a count as neither one of them is moving. They're still squirming around. They're still doing all this stuff. And they count to 10 and end the match on another draw. I get trying to draw this out. I get that. But that's not the way to do it. Absolutely garbage. It could do a best of series. I was thinking maybe best out of 5 or a 2 out of 3 falls match. But no, we're going to keep drawing this out with draws. People keep getting hit in the dick. And that's the whole point of this feud. It amazes me, like I said in my tweets, how WWE can take a dream match and make it not special. Could you imagine if Okada and Omega came to WWE? Or if Jay Lethal came to WWE and was feuding with someone like Adam Cole. Like if they reunited their feud. They reignited it. And it wouldn't be special anymore. It'd be the WWE brand of a dream match. which is garbage. It's garbage. Nakamura and Styles deserve better than this. To have them as match 7, they're the WWE Championship, damn it. It's the championship match. That's supposed to close the show. It's supposed to close the show. That's the whole point of a champion. I don't want to see a non-title match close the show. That's dumb. That is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. I don't know how you could go through it with a decision like that. You wouldn't do that to Ronda Rousey, do that to her. You didn't do that at WrestleMania. Because if we're being fair, the Ronda Rousey match should have closed WrestleMania. Not this. Not the Brock Roman thing. Ronda should have closed Mania because it was the best match on the card. And Nakamura and Styles, damn good match, terrible ending. But I'd rather that terrible ending close the show instead of what we got to close the show. Absolutely bullshit. Just a crock of shit. Lashley and Strowman versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It went exactly the way you think it went. The way you see it on Raw, the countless times you've seen that match, it went exactly like that. What was the point of that? Please tell me the point of that match. I'm dying to know. Because it was pointless. It was meaningless. There was nothing to gain from it. Bobby didn't turn on anyone. Kevin didn't turn on Sammy. Strowman didn't go and challenge Lashley at a match. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was worthless. This could have been on the pre-show. But no. We're going to put it after a championship match, devaluing that championship. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Strowman and Lashley just slammed Owens and Zayn. By the way, they won with a vertical suplex because Lashley can't do the spear. He does a better spear than Roman, so we can't expose Roman, so we got to make sure Lashley is looking watered down from the way he looked in Impact. Because if you look at Lashley in Impact, if I was getting Impact Lashley, I'd be ecstatic. But this guy sucks. This version sucks. I know he just got here, but you could do way better. You know you could do way better with Lashley. You are booking him like a child. And that's not right. You're booking him terribly. He is better than that. I know he's better than that. It looks like you've made mistakes and you're too prideful to even admit that you've made these mistakes. That's what I'm getting from WWE. Like, you know, Strowman's supposed to be the face. Roman's supposed to be upper mid-card. Lashley and him are supposed to be feud. But no, I have Lashley teaming up with Braun Strowman as a sidekick. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. And then to close the show, need a water break. This is going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot. To close the show, it's Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Non-title, no stipulation, nothing special, just a regular normal match. This is like some universe mode shit in WWE. It's like, hey, I have my main title guy here. It's like, actually, I'm going to put Trish Stratus and Lita in a submit event. Why? I have Braun Strowman as my champion. He should be closing the show. No. The submission match makes more sense. And yeah, I think that makes sense. Awful. I'm sorry. This experiment with Roman Reigns has to end. It's got to end because this is not good booking. Reigns and Joe was possibly the most boring match on this card. And that, I should never say that about Samoa Joe match, but it was boring. It was boring. They were doing rest holds. You had Joe doing rest holds on Roman Reigns at the end of the show just to eat up time. The crowd was chanting, boring. This is boring. Beat the traffic. CM Punk. Delete. All in. They were chanting all this stuff during this match. No one paid attention to it. People were walking out during the match. You can see it. You can run it back and look. People are walking out. And this closes the show. Another match where Reigns is booed to death. And it's like you didn't hear it. It's like you collectively chose to not listen to the crowd for once. And if you didn't know the ending, because the ending's so obvious, Joe didn't win. Of course Joe didn't win. Joe doesn't win. No, not in a big match. Reigns wins. Because Reigns has to get his momentum back. And when Joe was cutting the promo earlier on in the match, all I heard was, so, to get your confidence back, what you will do is defeat me after I try to put you to sleep. And try he did. He lost. And Roman's got his confidence back. I have no sympathy for the Roman Reigns character. I have no sympathy for Roman Reigns and his journey to beating Brock Lesnar. None whatsoever. No sympathy. Because this is a failed experiment. And you need to pull the plug now to give it to someone else. Like Seth Rollins, for Christ's sake, who's been busting his ass for the past couple weeks. And you have the nerve to keep going with Roman. Let's devalue the WWE Championship for Roman Reigns. Let's put that in the main event instead of the WWE Championship. That's disgusting. And it's disgusting. It's like, why would you do that? Could you imagine if I gave you a dream card, pick whoever you want, living, dead. You have Eddie Guerrero versus Kenny Omega and Okada versus Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho versus, I don't freaking know, Naito and all these people, just all these random names, just throwing them out there. Dean Malenko versus Daniel Bryan. Dean Malenko, Daniel Bryan, and William Regal in a triple threat match. All this stuff. All these great matches. And you're going to pick Sid Vicious versus Tess as the main event. Disgusting. Or Lex Luger versus Buns. No, I don't want to see that. That's garbage. Absolute garbage. I didn't need this. No one needed this. This show sucked. Reigns wins. We're supposed to be sympathetic. And I'm not sympathetic. I don't want to be sympathetic. I am angry as a fan because you can do better than this. You spent all that time in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, promoting this greatest Royal Rumble. And you had 1 week to build this. I knew this was going to be bad. From the jump. I had some faith because they didn't have a lot of build, but those shows tend to be the good ones. And we was off to a good start, and you screwed it up. Reigns beats Joe, and the show goes off. That's it. To be quite honest, let me preface this before I say it. If you're a child, just a person who's a casual fan and just likes the good guys beating the bad guys, this is not for you. However, if you're like one of these hardcore fans like me, who like all types of wrestling and likes when things make sense and when the right people win, and you thought this show was a good show, to quote JD on YouTube, you, sir, or madam, are a fucking goon. No, this was not a good show. You are an asshole if you think this is a good show. You should be insulted that they put on this and gave it to you. It's like if someone cooked you a burger and they left it on the grill for 1 minute and just flipped it the other minute. It's just pink and juicy. It's rare. That's not something you want to eat. You get poisoned by that. You might die. That's what this was. That's what this was. An absolute waste of time blowing Roman Reigns. That's it. You devalued a championship. You made Nia Jax cut a stupid promo for the Be a Star program that we all forgot about. You had Miz and Seth Rollins steal the show. You had Orton and Hardy do a decent match, a great-ass segment with Elias, Bryan and Cass, which we don't need to talk about ever again, Charlotte versus Carmella. I hope that's the end of that because I feel like Asuka's going to beat Carmella to get the championship. Nakamura and Styles with a great match, but a terrible ending. Lashley and Strowman in a meaningless-ass match. And Reigns versus Joe. The self-song match. That match. That was garbage. What a waste of time. I suggest if you're going to watch Backlash, you watch it with a grain of salt. Just watch it like this is not canon. Because this felt terrible. I know some of you are going to be out there and saying, you know, not every pay-per-view can be a great pay-per-view. And, you know, they have some stingers sometimes. No. They had to get this right. We could have ended this with Nakamura and AJ holding the balls, just like, oh, I got kicked in the dick. What does this mean for the WWE Championship? And move forward. But no, we all gotta suck off Roman Reigns. It's just so Roman can feel happy. And Roman's got his confidence back, because this is not about any other wrestler. This is about Roman Reigns. This entire show is Roman Reigns' show. Might as well be his damn company. Guys, I'm sorry if anyone's offended by this review or my language. Sorry. I don't give a shit, but sorry. You got your apology. This show sucked. If you like Backlash, you suck. You're a terrible wrestling fan. You should hold them to a higher standard than that. I'm going to go watch New Japan and Ring of Honor to rid myself of this filth that I just saw, because that was terrible. Backlash, if we have to rate it out of 10, gets a smooth 2. And it's only because of Miz and Seth Rollins. That is Backlash, by the way. Miz and Seth Rollins is Backlash. And if you want to humor yourself, watch the Elias segment. But the rest of this, forgettable. You don't need to watch it. You don't need to watch it. It ain't worth your time. Just watch Miz versus Seth Rollins in the Elias segment, and you've watched Backlash. The rest of it's predictable as bullshit. For a bonus, just watch Nakamura and Styles and then get pissed off that a no DQ match ended in a double countout. I remember when Shawn Michaels and Triple H did that in the last man standing match, it ended in a double countout. A draw, rather. Not like both men were incapacitated. Like, they're still moving. He's still moving. No, ref count. And that's it. No. Trash. Trash. That was garbage. I want you to know, I don't care. Because we don't care. I was in the back and I watched it. I don't care. This pay-per-view is a travesty to WWE. Just the worst. Absolute worst. And they should be ashamed of putting it on, because they should produce better content than this, but they choose not to over a failed experiment that no one wants. Nobody wants it, besides the casuals, the children, the elders who like Roman, and some of the women who like Roman. That's the only people who want this to succeed. It ain't us. I want wrestling. I want wrestling. Fix Roman's character, too. Give the guy a boost. Give him a group. Give him something that doesn't remind me of the Shield. Please. Backlash sucked. It's 2 out of 10. I told you what you needed to see, so you don't have to go through what I went through. I was going to quote Jay-Z, but I forgot what the quote is. You know the quote. I don't crack. So y'all don't have to sell crack. So you don't have to do that. You know the one. The one from Chappelle's show. But I'm MCZX. This has been the Backlash review. I'm pissed. And I need to go watch real wrestling now, because I don't like this. I do not like this. And screw them. Yeah, screw them. Screw them. That's it. See y'all later. Bye-bye.